So take the feet to the floor, and you're going to float the left knee, and this time you're going to push into the inside of the knee, and you're going to press the outside of the knee into the midline. So your both hands are pressing, and you're bringing that knee right into the center line of your body until you feel your abs come back down. So bring your left knee in and press the knee into the hand, and the outside hand is pushing in as well. So that inward press is a slightly different activation to the upward press that we did before. So that could turn into a single leg stretch. You could extend one leg along the floor, extend the other leg along the floor, extend. You could lift your head maybe for a few. Extend. You could take your legs a little bit higher and higher and higher and lower and lower and lower. Last one. So we're just playing around with angles and ranges. Just pull the shins in, roll the shoulders, roll the nose. So once you get fairly proficient at Pilates, you can sort of use all the different angles, all the different techniques. So taking the left foot to the floor, the right leg to the ceiling, put the hands at the front of your pelvis, your belly button's dropping, and you're going to just do the tick-tock. You're going to fall out, you're going to fall in, falling out. It's a really good one, this one, because it's working those abs, but it's also stretching some very tight muscles. So only go as far as you can keep the bones in the box nice and still. A little bit harder when you've got this other knee bent. It's not helping you in the same way as it would do if it was flat on the floor. Come back into center, turn out at the hip, and just do 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, feel those abs working. 4, 5, and hug your shin. Take the foot to the floor. So you're going to drop your belly button down, hold your pelvis, lift your left leg, slightly turned out in the hip as you fall outwards, you fall inwards. Only go as far as you can do the movement with the bones in the box nice and still. So you want to feel the stretch in the muscles and the fascia, not in the skeleton. That stays nice and still, uninvolved, keeping it safe. And like I say, with this other knee bent, you haven't got the same ability to hold yourself steady. So that means your abs have to work quite hard. Last one. So come into the center, turn the hip out, the knee and the toe, 5 circles. 1, tightening your abs. 2, so like a corset tightening. 3, 4, last one, 5, hug the shin. So we're working quite hard, but not doing very much, not high reps. So bring both shins in and just give yourself a good stretch. Bring your head into your knees. Just take a breath for a moment. Nice deep breath. Breathing out gently down. So bring your knees into tabletop position. Link your fingers, hands under your head. Just float your head slightly. So just find where you're comfortable with the head lifted. It's going to make your back feel a little bit more centered and stronger. And we'll just do a single leg stretch down the midline of your body and come back in. You choose the height. So it could be a high leg, easier on the abs, or it could be a low leg, a little bit stronger in the abs. Also, you've got your hamstrings in there, hey? So high leg is not so good for tight hamstrings. So you find the range, that perfect position where you feel comfortable. The hips are in turnout. See if you could create a little bit of stretch in the leg. We'll do 4. Stretch, you're looking straight down the midline. 3rd one. Last one, lots of control, that's lovely. And bring the head in and hug the shins. And just do some shoulder rolls. Move your nose and just make sure the neck didn't get uncomfortable in that position. So take the feet down. Have your feet at hip space, and we're just going to tuck the pelvis under and lift up into a bridge. So you're just going to feel comfortable. And then you're going to think about the space between the shoulder blades, just above the shoulder blades at the base of the neck, and you're starting to roll down from that point. You're trying to sit your bottom into the back of your heel, so you're getting a stretch through the spine as you come down. When the bottom lands, you're going to tuck your tailbone under to lift up. You're going to find the base of the neck just at that level with the top of the shoulder blades, and you're just going to roll down through the spine, and you're going to sit your bottom down into the back of your heels. Do it slow enough that you get a good stretch. And again, tuck the tailbone under, peeling up. If you float your arms, find the space between the shoulder blades. As you start to roll down, you can really just sort of feel very weighted into that place. Trying to sit your bottom into the back of your heels. Slow the movement down. So now tuck the tailbone under and lift back up again, and hold your hands above your shoulders. See if you could drop your right hip almost to the floor, but then come back up. Do 3 more on that same side. Drop the hip. Feel the stretch in the other hip and come back up. So as you drop this hip, the head of the femur on the other side is twisting and rotating in the pelvis and come back up. So it's giving it a good stretch. 1 more, dropping the hip. Feel this femur rotating inwards and come back in. Try the other side. Left hip drops, and now this femur is rotating inwards, and you feel that nice stretch. Come back to level. Make sure your spine is comfortable. Drop that left hip. Stay in the stretch just long enough to feel it. Come back up. Drop the left hip and just feel that rotation. It's good movement just to keep our hips nice and functional. Last one, holding. Feel my abs working there as well. And then come back into center. And then feel weighted between the shoulder blades and just roll down one last time, sitting your bottom into your heels to give yourself a good stretch. Bring the knees in, 1 and 2. Head into knees. Just do that little bit of a side to side sway. It just massages your back muscles, gets rid of anything that might be feeling a little bit tight.